All right, we're live. Big Man on Campus is going to join us here at halftime show for the closing line. Welcome in, everybody. Are you live here with me, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there we go. All right, my screen froze there for a second. Live on the closing line, sportsbookreview.com, halftime edition.
Fucking Donnie Rudson. He needs his own show. Big Man is such a fucking loser. He stinks.
Why
Donnie
is Jeff on at halftime? The morning show was so much better without Big
I
Man.
fucking was hoping that fucker wouldn't be on. That fat fuck. What's up, motherfuckers? How you doing?
How you like me now?
How you doing?
Look, Jeff, and I'm going to start to say this. One of my plays today was the Pittsburgh Steelers -6 in the first half, which was straight up dead on arrival for about 19 minutes of that first half. And I always bitch and moan, Jeff, about one guy who I get angry at as a head football coach because I think he does dumb stuff. He went for it on 4th down with like 15 seconds to go. Thank you, Mike Tomlin. I'm no longer going to say we buried the hatchet today. We buried the hatchet. That was a nice winner, but a lot of interesting stuff. Go ahead, man.
If you had the Steelers first half, that's exactly how you draw it up. Yes. They should have probably kicked the field goal, but they said, you know what? We're not going to go for it twice. We're not going to go for it once. We're going to go for it twice. We're going to get the first down. Then we're going to go for it again. But then when you went for it the first time, you couldn't kick the field goal the second time when there were 10 seconds left. Perfect. Just how you drew it up.
Yeah.
Steelers first half, nice call.
Oh my God, that's drawing right into the 21 right there. When you pop up the 6 and 6 and you get the 9 from the dealer, that's exactly what that was. But you take those because as Jeff will and look, any gambler out there will tell you that game I just won right there, I'll lose that game at a certain point over the next couple of weeks, and that's fine because that's the way it rolls. Just have to roll with the punches, but nice little deep breath.
Hey, Donnie.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
James Reno, watch the damn language. I'm irritated with shitty language. Well, fuck that. You don't like it? Don't fucking listen. We are happy today. Get fucking going. Come on. Get in.
Nice. This is nice. Yeah, let me get a retweet out there, too, on this live link. Let's get some people out here and have fun. Usually me and Jeff cut it really short at halftime, primarily because the Philadelphia Eagles are usually playing. But, Jeff, as you know, now look, live on the air, Jeff, for the Philadelphia Eagles for me and sportsbookreview.com. Winner today, winner in the Super Bowl. Should I be live during the Eagles all the time, Jeff?
I didn't know you were live. You were the whole time live? Really?
No, but I had to do the whole fourth quarter.
Oh,
that
right.
was the show, yeah. How about that?
Well, hey, maybe you should do that Well, actually, you know what, Donnie? That's great because I'll let SPR know you want to do every Eagles game.
Yeah, exactly.
Free. That'll be fun.
Exactly. No, that was interesting. Why don't we hit the card now? We'll have some fun. As you know, Jeff had we're both Eagle fans anyway, so we root the game on. Not to say the Eagles are winning the Super Bowl again. See that little Lombardi trophy there in the background. Not too sure we're going to gather the second one to put on top of the humidor, but that's neither here nor there. Picked up the win earlier. Heading into this today, Jeff, a lot of interesting stuff going on there because Pittsburgh looked like they were absolutely asleep at the wheel in the first half. -6, which I had, looked like a dead play. If you had -8 for the game, it looked like Cleveland was just moving the ball up and down the field. But they're the Cleveland Browns. They're down 8 at the half when they should be leading, Jeff. -3, second and a half for the Pittsburgh Steelers in this one with an over-under of 23. That's a pretty telling sign there, looking like the the odds makers think that Steelers should hold up and get the cover today.
Yeah, you look at Mayfield. Hasn't really played well. 10 for 19, an interception, doesn't have 100 yards. I thought the Steelers really kind of in the second quarter. You look at that 14-0. You're right. You're right. They were asleep at the wheel, but they got the big touchdown and then they methodically drive down the field. Maybe should have been a fumble, but Ben was down. I actually don't disagree. I think that's a pretty solid play. Cleveland, generally, as we know, only kind of fall asleep late. So I kind of like that one. One that I'm kind of having my own here is, look, I said I threw in your chat earlier. I'm going to say it again. I think the Giants are going to beat the Washington Redskins. I think, the fact that they're right into this game is kind of telling. They're right in striking distance. They're getting it's basically a pick 'em in the second half. I think they're going to win. I had them before the game started. I liked them. And, they can even lose and I'll still cover. So I'm going to look maybe towards that one. I like the Giants. That line stunk all day. Didn't make any sense.
Eli, and again, what's the one? It's a shame because, well, if you're an NFC East fan of another team, it's not. But Eli Manning inside that threw a horrific interception. You know the Washington Redskins, Jeff, the MO of that football team is they can't run away from you and score a lot of points because that's just not what they do. And then again, they get back down in the red zone. Eli making the wrong reads. He's what's if you have Kyle Lauletta in there, whatever, you're probably doing just as well, if not even better. So they'll hold on to Eli because he's a legend in New York, and maybe they want a higher draft pick to keep him there. But there's no reason. I mean, he's just been brutal, but he always is. So it's not anything new.
Yeah, no, you're dead on the money. As far as Tampa, Cincinnati, no surprise, another high-scoring game with Cincinnati and Tampa. Cincinnati actually, could give up some more points here. Tampa in the red zone. We don't really know yet. There's been 2 extra points missed in this game, though, Donnie. Should be 28-7, which...
Yeah, Jameis is driving them down. I mean, they look dead in the water because Jameis wasn't, threw a couple really bad interceptions, but I still don't think they're going to come back. But that over-under of 55, which we talked about, the only thing swearing me off there a little bit, Jeff, was there's supposed to be some windy conditions, which there you go. As you said, a couple missed extra points. If they cash in here, that's going to fly over that 55, so you won't even have to worry about it. But it should have flown over, right? 2 really bad defenses and 2 gunslingers with some weapons.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Jets, Chicago, 7-3, Chicago. This one's about to kind of, I think Chicago kind of flexes their muscles in the second half here a little bit. Yeah. I mean, the Jets can't move the ball. But neither can Chicago, so maybe I'm wrong on that. I'd love to get the solid 3.5 is a little bit more off.
Yeah, I thought. And what was interesting about that game? You saw Khalil Mack's out, Robinson's out, the wide receiver, and you saw the line come down, Jeff, when the Khalil Mack was out. Like and I talked about it earlier on the show. If you're capping a football game, you don't know that Khalil Mack is either A, going to miss the game, or B, be severely limited, but you're waiting to see if he's out. You probably got into that wrong anyway, but I do think Chicago should probably pull away in this football game. And I'm not talking about, Jeff, 31-3 is what it's going to end up. I don't think the Jets can score as is. I'm surprised that they're having this much problems with the Jets already, only 7-3. I thought they would have a little bit more points, but I think they pull away in the second half here.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of figure that. I mean, they were laying 9.5 today. I thought maybe they were the right play. Jets seem to be a public side. No one believes in the Bears because Khalil Mack's not playing, and Mitch Trubisky's so kind of topsy-turvy at times. But, yeah, I don't know. I kind of just do I want to double down on the Giants is kind of the big question. I already put a little bet in. It's
hard. Yeah, isn't it hard? Because you're expecting, even though they're down at the half, now you're expecting them to come back and win, but they have the components that you can beat the Redskins with, especially with Dunbar out at cornerback. But it's just he's just going to make that dumb play. I just feel, you know what I mean? That's the type of feeling I have on that game.
Yeah, I don't.
What is the second half? Do we have a
3.5?
Already. The game's already starting there.
All right, pick 'em. It was a pick 'em, but I'm not going to let it fly anyway.
Another one I gave out on my roundtable, Jeff, play of the week, holding up decent here. 21-7 at the half, Seattle Seahawks. I took the over 48 in that football game. So you got 28 first half points. And Matt Stafford down at the half is nice because, he's going to be a gunslinger in the second half. So hopefully we get some breaks in that football game and push that over and grab that roundtable play. But one I was hoping would go my direction, which doesn't look like it is there. The Ravens getting shellacked. And it's always interesting, Jeff, in the NFL, right? You go right down the field, score, touchdown, go 7-up, boom, good, perfect. And I'm on the other game, the Pittsburgh Steelers first half. I'm that one's dead. So hopefully I can get the Ravens game. And they completely flip on its side. You know what I mean? It's just, NBA basketball, NFL, they're professionals. One team needs a score, one doesn't. We'll see if that game tightens up. But I'm way off here. I actually misread how good Carolina actually is, Jeff, because this football game, if you're watching now, they are getting the breaks. Fake punt doesn't go the Baltimore Ravens direction. Tipped ball in the goal line, which is intercepted 90% of the time, is caught by McCaffrey. But they're a better football team so far, and I'm not so sure the Ravens can come back and mount a comeback down 17 here, Jeff.
Yeah, you got to wonder where the Ravens' head is, though. After after last week, you would think they kind of just want to right the wrong after last week, but they seem to be asleep at the wheel still. You always hate that. You go up 7-0, you're thinking, all right, perfect, nice start. Yeah. And then, then they get boat raced in the second quarter. But, you mentioned that Detroit-Seattle game. Mm-hmm. I think you're on the money to something there. I think that starts to open up a little bit. Seattle obviously is doing well on offense, but are they going to hold Detroit down forever?
No, and their secondary can't. You know what I mean? If you're going to say you need to run the ball and run the clock out on Seattle now that they have their linebackers back, they have a decent front seven, but where you can really attack them is through the air. So one would figure, Jeff, the Lions aren't going to pound their head against a brick wall in the second half and probably go a little bit deeper on routes. We'll see what happens on that one. But also betting that game overall, I would have wanted to get the 3.5. It looked like it might have was going in that direction because money was coming in on Detroit for most of the morning. Wish you would have got the 3.5 because I would. I mean, not actually giving it out or saying this, but I would have bet it myself at 3.5. But it looks good at the half at 14. We'll see if he gets a little bit of gun slinging action. By the way, Tampa Bay didn't get a touchdown at the end of the half. I think they settled for a field goal. Jesus.
Johnny, interesting comments in the chat saying,
yeah,
Mark Lawrence is a legend.
He's old enough to be one, sure.
Yeah, I mean, stats from 1980, so important.
Yeah, I mean, if you've been around that long and you're still in the business, especially this business, yeah. I mean, he is a nice guy. I met him, so I don't have any ill wills. But there's different capping strategies that me and Jeff use and a lot of people use. And I saw there was one coming up where somebody mentioned, Seattle 17 and Arizona 17-0 in the spot they are today. And I say, well, not a single player probably played in 2008, and it's the worst Arizona team I've seen. All right, so if we're betting just on that, but it's all right though. I mean, people cap different ways though, Jeff. I don't
like when Donnie was 25. He's the same person he is now.
Yeah, exactly. Like I used to be able to run routes and catch passes. Now, if I did it, I would be out of breath and probably come down with like a sore hamstring.
Yeah, I mean, how could Donnie be any different? He's only 15 years older.
I got a funny story real quick, Jeff. Back in my other life when I had a couple of food establishments, I had two of them. It was in the middle of winter one time, and we were getting this one store I had, which was an older store building, and it had oil heat, Jeff. So the oil was a little bit slow. So there's an auto start on the not the boiler. I don't know what you call it. Maybe the compressor or whatever it is. So you would push it to start, but if the oil got a little bit low, fumes would kick and it looks like there would be a fire. So somebody came in the store and saw the stack up top, like, hey man, do you have like a fire going on in here? So I ran outside, Jeff, and it was cold, and I pulled my hamstring. I was like 35 years old at the time, 34 years old, and I couldn't stop laughing at myself, Jeff. Like I just took like 5 steps and my hamstring popped, man. Just getting old. You're right.
I'm telling you, Donnie. Now this is something I learned about 2 years ago, and I'm a bigger guy, so I got to do this. And I'm going to tell you, if you have like sore back, something like that, I'm telling you, this will really help you. Every day, no matter what you do, whether you work out or whether you don't, every day stretch. Do a lot of stretching. Mm-hmm. Take 5 minutes out of your day and do some stretching. You'll feel way better about your life. But as far as trends are concerned, I don't really care.
There's some trends I like Andy Reid out of the bye, but if you're just going to go blind on like some trends, and I see Jim Beam, is it Jim Beam that said, what was the comment? History tends to repeat itself in sports. That's why Mark Lawrence is successful. So the Philadelphia Eagles should win the next 50 Super Bowls since they won it last year.
Also, guys, again, we need to remember this. Okay, now this is important. There's a lot of guys like these big Vegas guys, like him and other people that you see on the internet. Krakenberger, he's a prime example. We hear how he's a huge name, but we don't know that there's any proof of that. They just are older, so they're like the guys now, I guess. But
I don't want to get into going back and forth with anybody else, but each guy's cap. And again, we don't have anything against anybody. It's just, and again, you're competitive in this industry. There's a lot of competition.
We've been doing this longer than a little. We're on the fucking air every day. We're here for you. You know us. That's who we care about, Donnie.
Oh, we're here. We'll give out some information. Let's see if we can have some fun on the show, too. Looks like a couple games getting started and underway, Jeff. Pittsburgh comes out here. Looks like at the halftime, some updated numbers. Tampa Bay and Cincinnati, the over-under in the second half, 27.5 in that game, Jeff. Look at this. Tampa Bay minus 2.5 in the second half in that game. One would think they would get close. And then the Baltimore game, Baltimore minus 3.5, over under 22. I actually think the over 22 in that Baltimore game is worth a try. I think Carolina will continue scoring. I think Baltimore is going to be forced, Jeff, to open up their offense. So I think they can get 24 in that football game in the second half and cover that.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I think you're dead on the right money. That one, that's a wild game so far. There's
how about it? Yeah.
You can actually get over 22 at Pinnacle.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm just saying like 3 touchdowns and a field goal. I just use 24 as just a common number.
Hey, Donnie, just to let everyone know, the fam scudda is live, just so everyone knows.
Are we live?
No, he's live. I'm sure everyone will leave here and go watch him, though. So,
who?
There's a user on the chat that's
Oh,
telling.
I'm sorry. Yeah, don't take all our views.
Please
Otherwise, we
don't
won't
do
have
that.
a job anymore.
Yeah, we don't take all of our listeners. I'm sure
Jeff,
there'll be.
one that we didn't talk about here. How about the game between the Chiefs and the Broncos? 16-14 at the half. Kansas City gets ball first half. Looks like they're on the march around their own 37-yard line, 2nd and 5. I thought 10 was a little bit much. And the reason being, Jeff, is they saw Kansas City once. They almost beat them. They know they can play with them. They're coming off a 10-day rest. Now, it's still early, but I thought they were the better side in that as opposed to going the other direction. How about you?
Yeah.
Point-wise. Now, I'm not talking winning. I'm talking getting like 8.5.
Denver, you mean?
Yeah, Denver getting 8.5.
Well, I don't know.
No?
There's a certain something that makes me not want to like that game.
What? Because you just saw Kansas City get a big play, and now you don't want to say it?
No. There's a certain someone is on that game. I think we know who we're talking about, Donnie. His name is.
By the way, yes, go ahead.
W.
Oh, yeah.
That guy.
Matt Lawrence in the chat. I just left the chat to go watch the other guy live. Matt, by the way, if you guys don't know, Matt Lawrence is the son of Mark Lawrence, so he believes innocent is in the chat.
Wait, he must not be happy with our comments. But no, as far as your comments on that, I agree. Probably. I mean, I thought Denver played well in that game against them. You know,
I thought you could have made a case that they could have beat them outright in that game. I thought.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, if Case Keenum makes a throw late in the game,
yep. And we're not talking about we needed to be Aaron Rodgers throw down the sideline to the tight end versus Dallas in that one game. I'm just talking make your normal throw. Yes, touchdown should have been.
Yeah, I agree with you. Totally right.
Lions getting flat out coached.
You could probably make that throw, Donnie. Seriously,
I could. No, I could. You could too, man. Conor McGregor could have made that throw. You see his form, Jeff? He could have made it.
Well, his form was pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty
By the way, why do the Bears think Cody Parkey's a NFL kicker?
Yeah, no, we've seen enough of Cody Parkey, and that is a tough place to kick. And it's an acquired taste, which you see those guys, Jeff, like that kicking like the Chicagos of the world and the Green Bays. They're like those vested veterans, like 10, 15 years in the league because they understand how to use wind conditions. Parkey just swings it out there like he's just like, oh, I'm back at Florida, or it's I'm in a dome somewhere.
One of the most underrated moves that were made that hurt their team, Robbie Gould being cut by them.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, and the Chicago Bears are cheap notoriously. By the way, Jeff, Seattle in the red zone again, 1st and goal. So it looks like they're going to pull away with that football game. We'll see if they can get that total so I can cash in my round table again, Jeff. Woohoo! Why did I just go with that today? Jesus, what am I doing out
here? Yeah, you probably should have.
It's always nice to play armchair quarterback, right?
But you know what? You see what happens the second half of your game. Maybe they make a comeback. I mean, Carolina is notorious for playing in close games.
It's the NFL. Everybody makes runs, Jeff, just like the NBA. But oh well, it's nice when you already have one in your pocket. I just want to get that over for the. I know a lot of people follow those roundtable plays, so it'll be nice to get a dub step there. Only one game still not out of the half yet, Jeff. Tampa Bay -2.5. Why is that staring me in the face like that should be a Cincinnati line? Like, I don't see Cincinnati stopping. What, is Tampa Bay's defense going to stop anything? I think you hand off the Mixon, you just start chewing clock and burning that game up.
Yeah, I'm going to just lean over. I think the points
goes to 3. As soon as I said that, went to 3, so somebody's fading me.
Dude, by the way, these 4 o'clock games are trash.
Well, you have one good one, so that's all you have to worry about. You know what I mean? You have one really good one to watch.
Do we, though? I mean, is that game even close?
What, the Rams? Yeah, it's great quarterback play, man. It's fun.
Listen, I'm going to say this. I think they crush the Packers.
Really? I mean, look, I can't go against. I can't. Packers. I mean, what has the Packers shown you? I'm just going with them coming out of bye, getting healthier. I think they can stick around with Aaron Rodgers, but
you heard it here first. Aaron Rodgers losing a step today. They win by double digits.
I think the Cleveland Browns just recovered a fumble recovery, but I'm not going to.
Dude, how sweet is it though, Donnie? When you is there a better feeling in sports betting when you bet a first half and you win, and then they don't win in the second half?
Yes, you root against it. I'm not going to lie. Everybody's the same way because you want to think like, ha ha, what a genius. Even though there was no genius play. Look, I don't even know if the Steelers got a first down in the first quarter, and there was a 41-yard field goal that Cleveland missed up 6-0 already in that football game. I needed a lot of miracles to go my way, but as I said again, I will lose that game over the next 2 weeks, and I'll win another game like that over 2 weeks later. So it feels nice when they come your way. You never remember the ones like this that come your way. You remember the one like that. POS missed an extra point and I lost. That's what you remember.
Yeah, that Eagle game this morning, I'm just thinking, this is going to come down to the fucking Eagles having to get a stop, and I'm just thinking,
Yeah, oh, the fumble. Yeah, how about the fumble? Yeah, as soon as they fumbled, I was like, "Oh, Jeff's blowing a gasket right now wherever he's at."
Yeah, because like I'm watching the game and it's just like I mean they couldn't move the ball early. And it's like, wow, this doesn't look good. They just can't. They can't.
Yeah, that was I mean, they got injured again in that football game, but it's a tough place to go for either team that goes there. It's a nice win when you just pull it out. It looks like Kansas City cashed in, Jeff, with a touchdown. So that's 23-14. Headed on the way to over. The reason I didn't love the over in this one, Jeff, is because Case Keenum always gets on my nerves. And damn, touchdown pass for maybe they call this one back. Seattle just threw a touchdown pass, but it might have been out of bounds. We'll see if that happens there.
I'll tell you one thing here. Something I kind of like in the 4 o'clock games. It's so low too, though. Fuck. Thought it'd be a bit higher. I was gonna say under in the Arizona game, but
yeah, that's so. And again, but look, I can't fault you. We talked about it this morning, Jeff, like we do every week. It seems like the Eagles game. If you watch the first half, the full foot right before Carson Wentz made a nice throw to a Dallas Goedert for the touchdown. That's a stone cold under. That teams are struggling, just moving. Like Jaguars couldn't do anything. I think Blake Bortles at one point was like 1 of 5 passing, and he like ran for more yards than he threw for. And then that game comes down to the fourth quarter late, and it looks like it's about to go over easy and just stays under. It ain't built for this league, man. Unders aren't built for this league. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. I especially with all the penalties and stuff like that. How about that penalty in the Eagle game, Donnie? The roughing the head, the one on who was it? It was late in the game.
Brutal. Yeah, brutal. No, but just brutal. Just brutal.
By the way, Donnie, you have to watch the there's like a I don't know. I think it's like a 20-second video of Howard Eskin doing a live hit after the game or before the game. Dude, you got to watch it. You'll crack up.
That's it. Did they call it a fumble in the Cleveland game?
I'm not watching it.
I think they did. It was really close. By the way, the Giants are first and goal to 10. Or at least
come on.
Hold on.
Get that game on.
No, I think this is all jacked up. My the ESPN thing's jacked up. I'm sorry, Jeff. Damn it. Yep. See, yeah. Come on, man. I can't. And by the way, if you guys tune in, me and Jeff have, you know what? You know how they have like Patreon, Jeff? Should we have a Patreon just with our Skype account texting back and forth? That should be Patreon, don't you think?
Why?
Because the stuff that you send me relentlessly during games when you know I'm already been out of shape on everything.
It's good lingo.
Oh, last night, Tulane. Where the hell did you come up with Tulane? You never had that. Tulane's such a bad play.
You have to understand, Donnie and I literally talk a few times a day about and all week I didn't hear Tulane one time. Then he says to me, I sent out Tulane. I said, Tulane? I kind of like that play, but where did that come from?
Yeah. So
because here's the thing.
And it's close early on, then they're getting bounced, and here come the tweets like, what a stupid play on Tulane by you.
Because here's the thing. I sent West Kentucky out. That was Donnie, you and I both agreed.
Good. I'm glad we have extra time here because let's preface this by saying like there were games circled last night, and me and Jeff aren't about in the business of just saying, well, it's a real sharp play. We're just going to play. You try to look for some spots. Yeah. And Western Kentucky, FIU hadn't played a road game, a real road game, because they did play at Miami, which is in the same town they're in. But theoretically, since, a month and a half ago at ODU. So that was sort of buying into the play. Yes. But like, I'm talking circled, like you could have just did one of those, like, I think I'm sharper than everybody. You could have went Nevada. They cashed and covered. You could have went San Jose State. And it's just funny that and again, what was the other one, Jeff? Arizona. But Jeff just comes up with Western Kentucky, which makes you feel bad. Like, God damn it!
I also told everyone on the show in the morning. I told you I love Washington State as well, but the road thing worried me, and I thought West Kentucky. I thought they got Eccles back. They had this Shanley kid still, but. It happens.
It was and good. We don't sign off on each other's plays, but Jeff's like, I'm going Western Kentucky. I'm like, I like that play. This didn't work.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I looked like a total genius. I forgot to tell you about this on Friday night, right? Yeah. I went on Gabe Morency's show. So at the end, I generally give out one soccer play, just some random game. Yeah. So I told them that I had inside information, Donnie, on this thing, which I did. A Flash told me about it. I give out this Gillingham play. 4-0. I look like a total genius.
Yeah. No, it's always fun. And by the way, we always talk about like stuff on Twitter that we laugh at. The best part about Twitter is you have to have thick skin, especially when you have a lot of followers and you come on here. And Twitter like keeps me young. You know what I mean? Like, I love the banter back and forth. I love the trolls. I love the haters. I love the fact that you could be out in front of it and, go back and forth and people just say nonsense. You can like say nonsense back.
Yeah.
Like, and you have people last night, like, nobody ever tweets like when the game starts or when the game is over. It's in the middle of the game, and I get a couple yesterday, and it's just like, man, what a play. You give Tulane out when it's your only play today. Like, you know what I mean? And it wins. But like, it's like a tie game in the third. Oh, what an interesting. Yeah, you didn't say that before the game or whatever it was. That's what I love. I love Twitter for that. It's
the
great.
Best thing the other night is when I posted that bench press video, and I started getting the people of, you fucking lazy sack of shit. You have
bad form out there.
You can't fucking, what a weak ass fucking lift. And it's just like, all right, dude. Well, feel free to post your video doing that.
No, you're right. And that's great, because it's not for Twitter's not for everybody, because most people do just have an account that's an anonymous account where you can get at people, but we are public. You know what I mean? You know my name, you know my face, you know where I'm from, and that's the way it is. But I love Twitter. A lot of people can't, which, when you talk about people getting bigger in the business, back and forth, most people don't return it. Like, if you're a big whatever you are, you don't get personal and go back and forth, because I guess you can't really feel like doing that. But that's what I love. Like, I love the personality of Twitter, where you can DM me or text me. You know what I mean?
Like, they say something and they try to act so funny. It's like, damn, only 84 people saw that. That sucks. You've been on Twitter 6 years and you have 80 followers.
Well, that's my fun. That's my fun one. Look, with me, there's a lot of people on Twitter that don't have a lot of followers, but my favorite ones are when you take a snide comment and then you can just be like, dude, you have you follow 3,300 people and you only have 400 followers. And that really shuts it down real fast out there, because it's kind of funny when you go back like, oh, damn, he's right about that. You know what I mean? But that's just funny stuff that we go over.
You're Donnie. You're not even fucking documented. Nice call.
That's great. All right, let's take a look at some of these games. Looks like the Steelers are driving, Jeff, over midfield. Maybe they do turn it on here. Those are the ones that are bruising. Like, how many times, Jeff, you take like a first half play or a second half play, or first half play, it doesn't work, and then they cruise in the second half, and you're just like, you know what? I'm just an animal.
Yeah, I'm just kind of hoping the Giants can do something here. I mean, but they're back inside.
Whoa, the Seahawks didn't score? Come on, man.
No, they didn't. What the hell happened there?
I don't know. Baltimore's got the ball around midfield here. They just want a game in that. Just make it a game where, Jeff, I need like a miracle and I might be able to come back. First and goal looks like for the Chicago Bears. What's going on in that Giants? Yeah, the Giants don't even have the ball anymore. Oh, that's an ugly-ass game, man. Jeez. Or wait a second. Did they just get stopped? Or no, sacked? You like it?
What, did Seabass miss a kick or something?
No, I think they went for it on like 4th and 1. Didn't get it.
But yeah, as far as the later games, somebody asked about NBA. What do I like in NBA? Mm-hmm. I like Brooklyn.
Brooklyn in the house. Oh, that was the play, Adam. Yep, I watched that. I didn't know that was 4th down or 3rd down. So they actually illegal touching, Jeff, on that touchdown pass. So they didn't get anything out of it.
Oh, really?
Bears in the red zone here. 3rd and goal now, 7-3. So you need a touchdown if you're backing them. But the Jets, I don't think the Jets are going to score that much. Just a matter, Jeff, if the
touchdown
Bears can cash in. Touchdown. Oh, they just scored? Oh, there you go. Oh, that works.
14-3. Perfect. I think if you go up 21-3 or something in that game, it might be over.
No, I don't think the Jets are scoring, so. Man, you must be way ahead of me on that.
No, I'm just following this chat. I guess they scored. Someone says, hell yeah, Bears.
I got 3rd and goal right now on everything in the TV. Come on, man. You can't come in the chat box and say that stuff.
Yeah.
Remember, Jeff, college basketball, we were doing the live shows. You don't want to almost put your hand over the chat box like this.
So I don't even have it up. I don't have it up. I just hide it. I tell people about it, and they keep doing it, so I just hide them. I don't want to know. I told you. It's like, oh, St. Louis, great job. It's like, I don't want to fucking know, dude.
Looks like Steelers are punting. What else we got here? Not too much going on. Let's get to the 4 o'clock games here, Jeff. Indianapolis, Oakland. Everybody saw the line all week. It busted through the threshold, Jeff. 3.5s now out there. Is it hard to, look, I said this morning, this isn't the same type of game at the Washington Redskins, New York Giants is. I think it's a little bit different element, because I don't think the Giants, they might be trading away players, but I'm not too sure there's upheaval in the locker room and everything has to end, which I think might be an issue for Oakland. But now you're looking at 3.5s out there. And also, keep in mind, Jeff, no more athletics games there in the Coliseum. So now you have grass, so it might help you on a couple field goals there. So, ooh, what a throw by Trubisky.
Good point. Yeah, I'm not. I think the Oakland is like the trendy play today, but Oakland is given up, haven't they? Seems like they have.
No, that's what I mean. Like when you're capping the New York Giants situation, I think they would give you an honest effort. And I don't think Washington matches up great with the New York Giants in the way those styles are. But we were asking, there's a lot of people asking the questions like, look, has Oakland thrown in the towel? Looks like they have, but I'm not in the business, Jeff, and I know you aren't as well, where you take a guess and be like, you know what? I think Oakland's done. I'm just going to take Indy.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that. Now, let's just say the role was reversed. This game was in Indianapolis and the line was -8 Indianapolis. I might look at Indy, even though it's -8, but they're at home, because you take the bye week, you fly back, you play in front of your home crowd. It's a little bit different than going on the road. Like, God damn it, I don't even want to be here. So we'll see if that plays out. But I know a lot of people are on the Colts, and I can't talk you off it, because if you're just going to say, I'm extra sharp, I'm just going to take the Oakland Raiders. For what, though?
Yeah, dude, I'll be real with you. Like, I'll leave this short and sweet. Like, the only thing I would consider at this point is you can get the Rams at 7, -115. Actually, -105. Sorry. That's probably something I would look at.
No, if it does come down there, because you were looking at 10s earlier. I had 8s, on my board, stuff like that. So we'll see.
Yeah,
like Tampa Bay driving a little bit here, Jeff, in the second half.
This is a perfect spot for the Rams at home to assert dominance. And listen, all I've heard all week is how great Aaron Rodgers he is. No one will knock you on that, but they're not good defensively, and they don't have a ton of weapons. And look, give me the Rams slaying a touchdown. The public is slamming Green Bay, and the line's going the other way. This looks like a double-digit win for the Rams.
No, and you look at the MO of the Rams. They're going to counterpunch and return it. The one thing that I will get nervous about is you do like the fact that Green Bay is getting a little bit healthier on defense, Jeff. But the other part of this is the 49ers were the better football team the last time you saw the Green Bay Packers out there, man. Like, this isn't the same Green Bay team that's going to, Clay Matthews of 6 years ago that you can't block him. That's not them anymore, man.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. That's kind of the point here.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So they get in here, get a little bit closer to that total, see what happens in that game. Jameis Winston, Jeff, a lot of junkyards here. I like it.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of points in that game.
Alex Smith, short pass right, driving now on the New York Giants. We'll see what happens in that football game. Joe, it looks like the Ravens went from 4th down, didn't get it, so they're pretty much out of whack now. That's a stink game, man. That's a stinker, man.
What, the Ravens?
Yeah, I gave that. That should be a safety. Yep, there's a safety. Pittsburgh Steelers are going to get a safety and take a 16-6 lead due to holding in the end zone. So,
listen, I hate to be wrong or right or be right as always, but Baker Mayfield continues to show that he's not that good. He had one good game, and that was it.
He doesn't have any help anymore, too. Like, I think he's going to be a good quarterback. He doesn't have any help out there.
Then what's the sense in that then?
A lot of young quarterbacks don't get a lot of help, though. Wentz didn't get a lot of help his first year.
Well, listen, you had guys, you got rid of them. You get him rid of them.
Well, that's what I mean. There's nothing that helps him. Like, if you just take him out and put him, let's just say, on Detroit, and you give him like 3 nasty
get rid of the guy you really need to get rid of then. And you know who that
they
is.
Will. I think they will, but you can't just say Baker Mayfield hasn't done anything. I'm not a huge Baker guy, but he doesn't really have a fighting shot.
You'll see. He's a fraud. You'll see. You'll see. He's a complete fraud. He's a punk. You'll see. By the way, Donnie, I had a big problem with something I saw this morning.
What's that?
Did you see that thing going around with that kid that pretended to be Iverson and his girlfriend was Lou for Halloween?
I saw it was just a picture, right?
Come on with that fucking outfit. You got to go and get the fucking sneakers as well.
Yeah.
That outfit was weak. He had the fucking Nike sneakers on. Come on, bro. You got to get the zip up black and white answers.
The questions, the answers, yeah.
Yeah, dude,
they were a great shoe back in the day, weren't they, man? One of the better shoes ever made by Reebok.
They had the zip up, dude, but you never zipped it up. They were fucking ill. I love those sneakers.
Yeah, they were good looking shoes.
They had them in blue and white, red and white, and black and white. What's up, Russ B? Is that Russ V or Sean?
Is he in here?
Nah, Russ B, not V. Your Sean
Russ probably had the Eagles. Did he? I know he probably bet the Eagles. He was saying.
Did he tell you, Dunny, he's been to every London game? Did you hear that?
Yes. No, he did. I'm just watching this. I think the Steelers just made a major error. I think Ryan Switzer just made a major error here. What happened?
Not sure.
Nobody caught the ball on the They fair caught it. Everybody got away. Nobody touched it. And Cleveland has is this Cleveland football? Yes, absolutely. Wow. Or if you got the Steelers, you are hot right now.
What the hell's going on?
Wow. They get a safety, Jeff, and they kick off. Somebody calls a fair catch, and Ryan Switzer doesn't catch it and lets it bounce like it's a punt. But you get the choice to punt or kick off, so it's a live football either way.
Oh, man. That'll be on the not top.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Oh, now this is the stuff that you'd want to detonate if you have that, man. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh. Let me see it. I'm going to because I don't have it on the yeah, that's Browns ball. Wow. How stupid can you be? How stupid can you be? Because they're punting. He just figured it was a punt, Jeff. You just don't touch it and you just let it bounce and they down it. It's a kickoff, though.
Ryan Switzer, the pride of North Carolina.
Yeah, he's fast, dude. Him and Braxton Berry was probably boys. Field goal by Washington, Jeff. So at least you stem the tide there. 10-3. We'll see if there's a big comeback in Eli.
Not over yet.
Yes.
Not over yet.
I can't even believe what I'm watching, man. I can't even believe that.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Yeah, my goodness. What, are they running it up now? Who called? What happened to for Jeff? Patrick Mahomes. I remember on draft night last year, you getting pretty angry saying he's a bust.
It's 1 year. He'll be all right. He'll come back to normal.
Oh, looks like Mayfield, 15-yard roughing the passer. God,
it's only October, Donnie. I've seen this story before.
You seen it play out?
Yep. Robert Griffin was like the next big thing too.
Big man, how did your Premier League bets go? Any good? Did you clean up the other day, or was that early second league or whatever? Yeah, somebody was shouting you out, and then I saw like Big man gives out these free plays that nobody knows.
My banker lost, but I had a good day yesterday in Premier League. But my picks today, I had Chelsea minus 1.5. They covered. I had Everton plus like 400. They lost. I didn't do too good today, but I think I was up for the week. But the league show was unreal. Me and Flash killed that show.
Premier.
How do I feel about college hoops this year? I feel great.
Jeff's taking it. This is nice, Jeff. We get a little extended version of halftime now because we can just do that.
Yeah, I mean, Donnie, I already have some numbers created for some games on the 6th. I'm already just waiting for the lines to come out. Yeah, I'm good to go. Be fine. No pressure. Be okay.
All right, Browns in the red zone. They throw a quick slip screen pass. You're going to have third and about 4. This is an amazing game, man. What an awful play.
I've never seen Dave Koken swear, Donnie, until today.
Oh, he sweared on Twitter? What got him heated? What are we heated about?
Serious Steelers. And the Browns also don't know enough to pick the ball up and score. You'd think these guys can at least know the rules in the game.
Nope, had no idea, man.
He's definitely on the over. I feel you, Dave.
Well, no, that should be good for the over then. Is he on the under?
I think he's mad they didn't score.
Well, no. What do you mean score, though?
I guess he thought the Browns could pick it up and go score.
Yeah, I know. See, the only difference between that, Jeff, is I'm not watching it, so I don't know the exact rule. If you fair catch and you don't catch, is it considered like a muff that you can't return it? You know what I mean?
I think it's
because theoretically, why would the refs blow it dead then at all? Wouldn't the refs just let it play out?
It's like an onside kick, probably. It's just a live ball.
No, I understand that, but onside kick, you don't fair catch it. You don't fair catch an onside kick, really, do you?
You could, I guess. I don't know.
That's an interesting. Yeah, I would have to look at the rule book, but another penalty.
It's got to be like
a first and goal.
It's got to be like the onside kick thing because it was like a live ball. You can advance an onside kick.
That's pretty funny, man.
There'd be a lot. I've won a lot of. I would have won a lot of games in college if you couldn't advance the onside kick. I've had a lot of totals.
I had one last maybe 2 years ago. Now, do you remember the late night Arizona State game, Jeff? Where it was Arizona State playing Cal. Remember a Cal? I think Jared Goff's Cal team, where they were a real up tempo team. They had that white wide receiver, but you had Ballage and Manny Wilkins at quarterback, and they returned an onside kick to give me the win. I think you were on the opposite. This is before we were collaborating together. I think you got the loss. I got the win. It was pretty fun.
I think I do remember that game. I'll tell you what, last night, Arizona with another awful beat. If you had the over in that game.
I didn't watch it. What happened?
Oh, dude, it was – well, first of all, Oregon only scored 15 points. But Oregon's, Donnie, literally with a minute left going down, they're inside the 5.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Herbert's going in for a touchdown. He just gets fucking pancaked and just falls down. 4th and goal, he overthrows the receiver in the end zone. The game stays on.
What happened to everybody's All-America Justin Herbert, first overall pick? He's a Kansas
Arizona.
prospect.
They just couldn't score against Arizona. It was wicked. It was unreal.
And Khalil Tate plays. Half the reason I like the other way, too, is like, good, Tate's not going to play. I see him playing. I'm like, man, this is
if I told you Arizona puts 40+ on the board, do you
amazing.
think
It'd be the highest scoring game of the weekend by far. By far. Yeah.
Sick.
We got Maction coming up this week. Looks like the Browns just took a sack at the goal line. Congratulations, rookie quarterback. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff, though, but we'll give it a couple more minutes here.
What
have a
is
little
the
bit of fun
Maction?
for you.
Miami, Ohio, Buffalo, Kent State.
All week, yeah. Oh, yeah, yes. It's no, hold on, Jeff. It's Kent. This is the ultimate MAC game, Jeff. Kent State, Bowling Green.
Yeah, that's sick.
Oh.
I'm looking at Toledo. Ball State.
Ooh.
Ball State is bad, man. By the way, Donnie, I was going to ask you if you want to go to the South Florida or Central Florida Temple game. Then I found out it was at Florida.
Yeah, well, we could go down there. Meet up with Drew.
I would have loved to have had that game at Temple. I would have went to that.
One of the better catches you ever see a couple years ago from UCF versus Temple. That one-handed diving catch. A couple years ago. Who was that caught that? Is he an NFL player? He was a good wide receiver. He was a good wide receiver though in college.
Oh, I think it was Robbie Anderson actually.
No, it was UCF kid. A white UCF wide receiver made that ridiculous catch. Touchdown, Cleveland Browns.
Ohio, Western Michigan. That's a good game too.
It looks like, Jeff, Eli Manning intercepted.
Maybe they just are brutally bad.
Yeah. Now, would you think you would get one in it? Now, look, I'm going to congratulate if you are a supreme public bettor and you take both both Indianapolis and Washington. That's pretty good by you because you're not supposed to win both of those.
No. But there are people that did.
Yes. Congratulations. Cleveland passing touchdown. No huddle. Flacco intercepted.
Wait, that line Seahawks game's already at the 4th quarter? Damn.
Yes. Yeah.
Damn. That's
and a missed extra point in Cleveland. Let's see if Dave Koken responds to that.
Don't say that. Now you think we're trolling him.
No, I'm not even on Twitter right now. Man, this is wild to watch.
What are we at? 27-16, so we're at 43 in this Tampa game. We need 2 touchdowns. Or no, yeah, we do need 2 touchdowns.
I can't believe I whiffed that bad on that Cleveland game.
Dude, you stink. Typical crap. Fucking push. That's not good enough. By the way, I will have a play tonight in the NFL. How about that?
Yep, and I'm going to sanction that play too.
You're sanctioning it?
Yep, I'm going to sanction it, which might not be a good thing. Maybe we should argue about it.
Just don't. I'm just not going to tell you what it is because I might surprise you on what it is.
Yeah.
I'm putting it in as we speak.
And it is these squares play on the board.
Yep, it's going to be
money line Rams.
Maybe a two-team parlay. Rams and the Saints.
Let's see what else we got here. Looks like 3rd down. Giants might have stopped the Redskins. All right, why don't we get out of here, big man? We'll go grab some grub. We'll relax. We'll reconvene a little bit later, have some fun.
Yeah, for anyone that's a customer of the website, the play will be up in about 2 minutes.
No, why don't you? Well, Jeff, no. Jeff hangs on to the play so long. It's not even worth it anymore. Do that.
Well, then don't bet it.
All right, folks, that'll be the closing line halftime extended edition Eagles Victory Sunday. Join me in the Big Man on Campus tomorrow for the right side of campus, 10 a.m. bright and early. Action-packed show there, Jeff. As always, an action-packed show. Catch us on air, Chicago radio, Jeff, WCKG Fox affiliate. And, Jeff, if you haven't downloaded the application yet, I mean, what are they waiting for out there for real? Come on.
Yeah, all you people, you can watch it after the fact. People saying all the time, I can't listen to it live. Well, go get the app. Download the app on the Apple Podcasts and be a part of the show.
And we're giving away an Amazon gift card, but I'm going to let you know up front, we already stacked the deck on that one, so me and Jeff somehow will keep that for ourselves, but you're more than welcome to call in and get your name in the hat to try to win it, though.
Yes. Everyone have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow on the right side of campus.